When our life is balanced, when our life is connected, we know that to be happy, I have to be happy in different spheres of my life. I cannot be just happy at work. I cannot be just happy at home. I have to understand that if my life is balanced, I'm going to be very successful.
In the established organization, usually they have like different generation of employee, Gen Z, Gen X, Gen Y. So how we harmonize these generation in one organization?
This is where we arrive with EQ business programs. We need to have this conversation of the world that is changing, the 4.0 world that is now for all generations. And those who are elders, those who have more senior position, they are confronted with the problems. And they are very, very open. And we need to tell them this is important. This is really the heart of the company. We cannot just think today, we need to think 10 years in advance. I was recently with the director of one of the top insurance company here, and we had this conversation. She said to me, if we don't do something now, in 10 years, companies will have huge problems. And this is why I want to activate the EQ business program in my company. And I want to support for other companies also, because this is really essential. We have just a few years in front of us, unless this is going to create mental health problems also. Because if you're not successful, and if you start to change jobs all the time, you're dispersed at work, you're not succeeding in your family also because you are always on phone, social medias. The children don't grow well in this kind of environment. So a lot of egoistical approach. So with time, many people in their bubbles, when you have things to do, it's like two person in a couple where at first it's okay, everyone seems to be, doing their things, but eventually we need to do that. And then you have a no, and then the conflict starts, and then the problem starts, and you lose. You don't gain it. Life is real, and it can be very tough also. So this is why I really strongly believe that this is our time for EQ business now. This is not something that we need to see in a company as okay, that's fun. It's like maybe 2 hours, after work or just with a few sandwiches. We need to say, I need this in my company now. I need this. I need this because I can make it more successful, more profitable if I invest in my employees in a way where they are going to be happy to come to work. And if you create a family, when the family is broken, you create this in a company, where do you think you want to go? You want to go to work. You're more loyal. And if you have a home, nice space, nice colors, and it doesn't cost a fortune, a good, setup, ambience, decoration, they feel like they are at Starbucks. They feel that they are in the most premium coffee shop.
Yeah.
So you create this, they don't leave, they stay 10 minutes more, 15, 30 minutes. They recuperate their time, while they were doing skateboards for the receptionist. So there's a cycle of work that can be done and that can make them happy. And if you're happy, and if you teach them to be responsible also, because you need to say, okay, happiness needs a structure. So I'm going to give you a good way of living here in this space work. But at the same time, I want your collaboration. We need to make our results. We need to have success, unless I cannot bring this good ambience.
Yes, I fully agree about creating the new environment for the Gen Z. But besides Gen Z, we also have the senior employee like Gen Y or even Gen X.
Yes.
If we focus too much on Gen Z, we try to entertain the Gen Z, But the Gen X and Gen Y, they don't like that environment. The key word for this situation is harmony. How we can harmonize 2 or even 3 generations in one organization.
You need to build the company with wisdom, where, like a family, you will say to your wife, or you will say to your sister and uncles, okay, the children, they need that. They need this now.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to care for them. We have to be the example for them. We have to be the leaders for them. So we are, in a way, the knowledge for them. Like in a society, elders need to be respected in a way where we explain that they are important, that they are the brain, that they are the wisdom of the company, the experience of the company. But at the same time, we need to be careful. Like a parent, we have the wisdom to know that our children are not perfect, but we love them so much. We see in advance. So that's why EQ Business can bring an explanation to the top managers, those who have experience, those who have been there at the start of the company, who have made the efforts, and then you arrive and then you see the young workers, so relaxed, and you don't know what is that energy, because you have been very strict with yourself, and you have been even forcing yourself to come to work and not take vacation and things like that. And these young generation, they just want to take vacation, and they are asking a lot. I remember a few years back having a very, very good sharing with one of the top doctors in France. She has one of the most prestigious and premium clinics in the south of France to deliver babies. And she's one of the founder, of this clinic. She has a certain age, lots of experience. Even Julia Roberts has delivered her baby in her clinic. So the top, famous people of the world, they go there. So she's a very premium. And she says, I recruit the top doctors from the top universities in the world to come to work with me in my clinics. And all of them, they say to me, at this hour, at 5 p.m., bye-bye. And they say, I don't want to work so hard like you. I don't want to do that. You are a crazy generation. You are only thinking about work. I want to be with my husband, or I want to be with my children. I want to have a quality life and not work like you until 62 years old and say, okay, I have to think that I need time for myself. That's the new generation. So they are seeing the work as a way that has to bring them happiness, unless they prefer to put this on the side and do the less. And they can even avoid to take management position just to keep more time for themselves. So this is quite a challenge, because we need chiefs. If there's no chiefs, that's going to be a big problem for the world of work. So that's why we need now to go to the next level, where this is something we don't see enough in universities, also in college, etc. So EQ Business, emotional intelligence programs, this is what is necessary. That's really my opinion.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Kayat. So that not only the Gen Z need to adapt, but the senior employee, Gen X, Gen Y, they also need to change to adapt with the new work, a new environment.
Yes.
And EQ will help the organization to handle that issue.
Because they need to understand each other.
Yeah.
And they need to respect each other. And we need also to make the bridge where the best of those generations will contribute to the company.
You mentioned about the quality life. I would like to continue with that point. Each of us has 4 lives: personal life, family life, social life, and spiritual life. But we all have equally 24 hours. How we can balance our full life,
That is
especially
interesting.
if we are businessmen who consider busy people, and usually they will spend most of their time for their social life, work, networking, business.
So the problem now, and this has to change also, is people separate too much. They separate their personal life in regards of the work life. They separate their personal life even with family members or a section of the family. And they do the same with social life, that's my, so everything is separated. If we want to be happy, we need to understand that. It's like love. In love, you have justice, you have devotion, kindness, respect. It's not only love. Love is made of many ingredients. So that's why we tend to see things separated, but it is not. And when you mention the spiritual life, that's where the values are important. This is an energy. Spiritual is energy. It's the feeling good, being good, doing good things. But this is non-tangible. This is where we need to learn from within to characterize and conceptualize and eventually apply in our life the values of the EQ business. And when we are giving in companies emotional intelligence training, it is not just beneficial for the company, but also for the personal life. Because if you don't understand your personal life, you arrive with your problems at work. So I'm going to touch every sector of life, the personal, the social, the business, the friends, and I'm going to talk about that. And I'm going to navigate. When I give the trainings in corporation, I navigate between all these fields. I don't say we talk about business and we stay there. No. Because I know that if you're not happy at home, you bring it. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. We're not just going to put this aside and try to avoid that it doesn't exist. It exists. So what do we do when we arrive at home? After a long cycle of work. What do we do when we arrive and our child didn't sleep well? And then we are so tired and we try to smile and we try to do the meetings and keep our eyes open. What do we do? And if you don't rebalance this with your wife saying, okay, I love you. And if it's the husband that is with the children and the wife is working, okay, modern worlds are okay, but I'm going to need to have help. I need help because I have to wake up tomorrow. But they are couples, they don't say that. My wife, she's going to punish me. Or my husband, So we need to talk about that. And this is improving the life force at work. And then that's what we offer in EQ Business Class.
Yeah. So the key word just now is the balance.
Balance and connection. We love connections. We do this all the time. We want to connect one thing for another with another. When we watch, we're always searching for something, looking at something, wanting to eat, wanting to go there and this and that. When our life is balanced, when our life is connected, we know that to be happy, I have to be happy in different spheres of my life. I cannot be just happy at work. I cannot be just happy at home. I have to understand that. If my life is balanced, I'm going to be very successful.
And I learned from your family that you, your wife, your daughter, your son-in-law, that all working in the same organization and follow the same mission and vision of UCM and MyEQ. Is it also a good way to find the balance in our life? Because when we work with our loved one in the same organization, follow the same mission and vision, so it means that we also spend more time with them at work and at home, and have more chance to communicate with them, not only with the personal life, family life, but also for work life. Is this a good way for us to find a balance in the busy work?
If I can do this interview now with you, with all the corporation I manage in the different countries and different foundations, if I can be here and help, with EQ business and help also in schools, it's because I have succeeded to create a very, very successful life where I have this privilege that my daughter and my family in general are there, and they are having the same passion, the same mission in life. But we cannot force that. We cannot choose that our children will become doctors and do the same profession of us, or that as a CEO, my son will continue my company. It's not always possible. So the way that I've been able to create this beautiful life that I have, it is, I consider all my colleagues as my children, my family. And to be honest, I love my daughter, my son-in-law. They are amazing examples. They are amazing leaders now. And because of them, I can be here. But Chan, I love them the same way that I love my family. I don't have a separation. When I am here with new people, of course, I don't have the same intimacy. I don't have the same things that I have to do with them. I cannot support them the same way that I can support my daughter in precise personal life. But when we are together, there's the same feeling of harmony, connection. We know each other also for many years. Yeah. So, how we feel together when we have these beautiful moments of discussion.
Yeah, I can feel that from all your family members.
Yes. So this is what has to achieve in societies. The more you grow, first you need to work on yourself, improve yourself, do the best with yourself, and always update ourselves, because we always learn. I continue to learn. I love to travel the world now, but I have to also handle many enigmas, because life is not only when things are always going well. You have problems sometimes.
Yep.
But if you face them as they are not problems, they are like, okay, something that is challenging me to find solution. I will become more intelligent. I will maybe connect with new people that I didn't know before.
Yep.
And this way I find a new friend, because I needed to talk to a lawyer, or I needed to, talk to this company. And then finally this company says, let's do this together. You have a problem, I have a solution. Let's handle this. And that's how collaboration is the key of the future. We need to try to collaborate, suppliers the same, and when we also don't use the complication, a supplier, I remember, many times it has happened, and I have trained the team. If a supplier is calling you and he's late on something, don't give him shit. Don't start to be like, you feel like a prince and, I'm going to delete you in my contact list. No, talk like a human. What happened? Okay, and this and that. That's okay, we understand. It can happen, etc. We like the quality you do, so what is the delay? And you know what? Because you have been respectful, the next order, they had you a little bit on top of it. They say, you're a special client for us. So we develop relationship. And these relationships one day can help us.
In my business, I used to do that, and I experienced of that. Kaya, it's very interesting to share with you a lot in this topic. But then I know that we have the time.
Yes.
So
we have the family that is waiting for the dinner.
Let I finalize with the last question.
Yes.
You just give us and all the audience how to become a good EQ leader in 3 words.
In 3 words?
Yeah.
Short sentence. Working on ourselves.
Working in ourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
Consider others as important as you.
Consider others as important as us. Yes.
And wish to serve the community, to do something that is meaningful.
wish to serve the community, doing something meaningful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kaya. We
Yes.
love that, and I will learn that, and we do that. Thank you.